is back in session, and there is a lot of rules to follow with that. Our guest this afternoon is Lieutenant Paul Madden with the Tulsa Police Department, and he's here to talk about how to make sure your child is safe going to and from school, as well as what other drivers need to be aware of this time of year, and it is a lot. Lieutenant, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate your time. So not all parents have the luxury of driving their kids to school. Some kids, of course, walk to the bus stop and wait for the bus. What are some safety tips they need to keep in mind when doing that?
Staying out of the roadway, staying well away from the roadway. Sometimes our drivers aren't necessarily focused on everything that they should be. Between cell phones and other distractions inside the car, they can get too close to our kids. So stay away from the roadway and only enter when you are told to or when you know you're safe to do so.
And I've seen a lot of scary, close calls with cars speeding by school buses that are stopped with their lights flashing and kids almost getting hit. So that is a big thing, is when the lights are flashing, know what to do, which is what?
When the lights are red, that means the school bus is in a loading capacity, and you must stop and you must yield to that school bus. If you drive past the school bus in a loading capacity, it can get you a $500 fine and possibly a suspended license. So definitely don't want to do that, because it's incredibly dangerous to do such.
Anything else to know that if we're driving by a school bus, or what we should and should not do?
Slow down for them. Slow down or stop for them. They do have the authority to stop traffic and keep our kids safe. That's what they're there for.
Yeah, and then something we see a lot of every school year, of course, the lights for the school zones go up, so reducing our speed, but a lot of people seem to not want to obey that and continue going their normal speed. Not good to do that, though, right?
No, speeding in a school zone will get you a visit to the judge. They're booked to court citations only. And in the city of Tulsa, the school zone speed limits are 25 miles per hour. So anything over 25 can get you pulled over and get you a citation. And just drivers get in a habit of my routine. So when the school zones go up in August, they're still on that same routine, and drivers just need to remind themselves of where my school zones are and to slow down for them accordingly.
Is that a big problem that you see with people disobeying the posted speed limit when it's school time?
I wouldn't say it's a big problem, but it is a problem, and it would be a big problem should that coincide with the child crossing the street.
Okay, and let's talk about crosswalks really quickly. What is the penalty for someone who disobeys a crossing guard?
Crossing guards, that's the same as not following my instructions if I'm directing traffic. It's a $185 fine to disobey a crossing guard. Do
you see a lot of that? Or is it more so probably people not going the posted speed limit in a school zone?
They probably go hand in hand.
Okay.
If you're going above the speed limit, you're probably not going to see the crossing guard in time. Yeah. So when you're around the schools, pay attention to everything, because there's a lot to pay attention to.
Okay, anything else we need to know before we let you go today?
Put the cell phones down.
Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Even when it's not school time, always look at the road. I saw a lot of that this weekend coming back from Iowa.
Oh, yes.
Definitely very dangerous.
Please put them down.
All right. Well, Lieutenant, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.